There are 13,000 cabs on the streets of New York, but there's only one that pays you back for 5 years of fantastic frugality. Climb into TSR's very own tiny cash cab, and I'll take you to a series of destinations that celebrate the Empire State without leaving home. So what do you say? You in? Welcome! Take a ride inside the thrift store renowned Cash Cab of Dreams, where we're celebrating our 5th anniversary by bringing the Big Apple home on a budget and then some. God bless America. Love that we love. All encapsulated here in Gabrielle Langholtz's culinary road trip through the 50 states. America, the Cookbook. A faded publication which gets it right, according to Andrew Zimmern of Bizarre Foods on Travel Channel. This was purchased for 25% off the price of $7.99 and is exactly what the title says. A culinary road trip through the 50 states and its many different cultures. It's not really just an American cookbook, it's a cookbook that spiritually spans the world because there are so many cultures in here that are represented in the recipes and the stories, along with state-by-state essays from many of food eminence that really just run a wide spectrum of tastes. P. Allen Smith being one of them, Andrew Zimmern, Dean Fearing, Alice Waters, even Melissa Clark of the New York Times. Because this is still a New York-centered series, we're going to do some New York recipes in here. So we start with, well, we should start with buffalo wings, but according to the photo here, we're actually going to start with cold sesame noodles. Hey, I told you, this spans many cultures here, even though it's called America the Cookbook, because really, like New York, America is quite a melting pot. Of course, buffalo wings is a buffalo original, and no Frank's Red Hot means, well, it's not a proper buffalo wing. Here we have the Waldorf Salad, so named because of its invention at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, one of the world's most oldest and, of course, most celebrated landmarks in overnight rendezvous. Here we have a New York strip steak, which needs nothing more than olive oil, salt, and freshly ground black pepper. Hey, sometimes you gotta let the flavors of the meat speak for themselves. Oh, you see these icons here? Pay attention to these icons. They tell you which will be prepared in 30 minutes or less, which recipes require 5 ingredients, which recipes are gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, the works. So pay attention to those icons. There's something for everyone, every palate, every taste. We have here chicken spaghetti, which is a New York regional favorite, and of course, one adapted by Chef John from foodwithsis.com, which I have to tip my Yankees cap to for reaching near 4 million subscribers. It hasn't happened yet as of the filming of this review, but he is, as he said, very, very close. I think you mean very, 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 very close. That's how many varies times a million that you're going to be reaching in terms of subscribers. That's quite a feat. Chef John being a native of Shortsville, New York, by the way. And of course, no trip to New York is complete without some New York-style cheesecake. You see that photograph here? I mean, for a cookbook this thick, and gentlemen, you know me, we like 'em thick. There's actually a above average amount of recipe photography in here. There's not a photograph for every recipe in here. I mean, with the structure of some of the recipes being spaced out, how can there be? And of course, the trip to New York is not complete without some drinks, so here we have, appropriately, the Manhattan here on the bottom, a Bloody Mary for your nuts light lunch or brunch, a Cosmopolitan, and a Long Island iced tea. which reminds me of Zack Ryder and his little WWE skit. You know, woo woo woo, you know it. This is the New York guest essay on how food and New York and history and culture all fit together hand in Yankee and Met glove. It's written by Adam Gopnik, the author of several books, including The Table Comes First. More specifically, this is about his love for oysters in New York, and a certain oyster feast which he must attend to every time he comes to New York. New York guest menu recipes are contributed by staff reporter for the New York Times food section and acclaimed NYT best-selling cookbook author Melissa Clark. She is quite a prime-time player in the culinary arts of New York City. I only ever saw her on television once, on Hell's Kitchen in the first season, Critics' Night. This is her raw kale salad with anchovy date dressing and of course a classic chicken parm. How come there's no recipe photograph for that? I will never know, Melissa. You could have just placed the photograph right here at the very bottom. So, yeah, some space for some of the recipes are left blank, and that's not really cool. But hey, as I said before, an above average amount of recipe photography for a cookbook this thick. And again, we like them thick, don't we? That's how thick we like it, and it's thick with American pride. Gabrielle, this is one road trip I would buckle up for again and again and again. I still gotta fault you for the recipe photographs in here. I want more, but 4.5 out of 5 claps, your taste buds are in for quite a wild ride. God bless America. Our palate, sweet palate. Remember, if you can make it here on a budget, well, no extra bells or whistles, no fluff, no frills. You can make it anywhere within, well, near 770 pages. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side.